All right, so welcome everyone to our team call tonight. It's the Fit Family Network weekly team meeting, and tonight is March 28th, so there's a few days left in this month, and I know that we're all pushing hard to reach our goals for this month, and I can't believe that almost the first quarter of the year is already gone. It's crazy. I don't know where the time went. But anyways, we've got big things coming up. Summit is like right around the corner. And I know Mike had just posted something in the group, to make sure that you're in our team's Summit page so that you can stay up to date on the details and plans for that. We've got a lot of people coming in from out of town, and this will be their first summit. And then we have other people where this will be our fourth or fifth summit. So it's always a fun time to get together with everyone, and new and old, and so we're excited about that, and it's going to be here before you know it. I'm going to go ahead and get to our content for tonight. We're going to be talking about mapping out your customer journey, and this is actually a concept that I learned from Chalene Johnson, and if you guys are not following Chalene on social media, you definitely should. She has so many great tips for social media as well as health and fitness stuff, but she has great social media tips on Facebook and her Instagram page. She has a couple different Instagram accounts, and then she has really great podcasts too. So if you're a podcast listener, I would definitely subscribe to the Building Your Tribe and the Chalene Show. So anyways, this is something that I learned from her through the Marketing Impact Academy, which is one of her paid trainings. And I loved the idea of mapping out the customer journey, but it was one of those things where I'm like, oh, I've got to go back and do that someday. And if you guys watched the video I posted in the group today about the Someday Island, and that was just one of those things where it's kind of been on the back burner of my head for a long time, and I never fully developed my thoughts for what my personal customer experience would be for the people that I attract into the business. So I think I finally kind of have a handle on it and understand it better. And so I wanted to share with you guys and then just kind of give you an example of what my personal customer journey looks like for people that I'm finding and signing up in the business. So I'm going to go ahead and go on to screen share. Okay, can you guys see it? Yes, okay. Okay, so we're just going to keep it super simple, and it's going to be up to you to kind of develop these thoughts and ideas on your own for your own person. But basically what it gets down to is the who, what, when, why, and where that we all learned back in elementary school. So who is your ideal customer? Where will you find them? What can you offer them? What else can you offer them? And what's your ultimate destination and path? So defining your ideal customer, this is, something that we've talked about here and there. And some of you that have been through some of my social media trainings and things like that may have done this exercise before. But if you actually really sit down and think about who your ideal customer is, that's one of the coolest things about Beachbody is that you get to work with people that you actually enjoy. I'm sure I'm not alone when I say that there were people I've worked with, as a paralegal and other jobs I've had that I did not like. So people in corporate world and things like that, you don't always get the freedom to choose who you work with. And that's the cool thing with this business is, what you put out is what you get in. And so most likely you're going to be attracting people that are like you, and the things that you're putting out on social media, if you're putting out the things for the people that you want to attract, that's what you're going to get in. So if you actually sit down and make a list of who that person is, things like what are their age, are they single or married, male or female, do they work in corporate world, do they work in retail, are they a waitress, are they into sports, are they into travel, are they into fine dining, just really get down to some really detailed information about this person, their personality types, what TV show they watch, what magazine. I think I've even given a few of you the assignment of, when you're at the airport, to take a picture of yourself, like in the, the store where it has like all the magazines, and say like, hey, I'm at the airport, what magazine should I get? And just kind of finding out what magazine your audience reads. And knowing what magazine they read kind of gives you an idea of what kind of content they like to see. So, dig deep into that and think about what their fears are, what their dreams are, and those kind of things. And that's going to help you as you create your experience for them. Let's see. The second part to it can be a little weird for some people, but I find it really helpful to have a picture of my person. And as I was creating my ideal customer, I wanted to have somebody in mind. And of course, I can think of a lot of coaches that are already signed up with us, who are definitely fall into my ideal customer, but I also made just a generic one. And I don't even know how I found this person, and I have no idea who she is, but I named her Jackie. And this is what I came up with for my person. She's in her late 20s, early 30s. She's married and she has young children and dogs. She needs to tone up after having babies. Her financial situation is not ideal. She wants the ability to splurge here and there on name brands and beauty products, dealing with the struggle and transition of shopping in the juniors department versus the ladies' Mrs. department. She has a job but would prefer to be at home with her family or be a stay-at-home mom, but lacking the outlet of feeling like she needs to contribute towards the household. And she's not a workout fanatic, but understands the necessity to exercise. So if you read that, you can kind of think that probably sounds an awful lot like me. And that's why I think I work well with Jackies. So after you figure out who your person is, who your customer is, what can you offer them? So this is something that I got hung up on for a long time, is the idea of a freemium or a free gift of some sort. And there's so many different ways that you can add value to your audience. And we've talked about clean eating groups, and this is a list of just some ideas of ways, free groups that you can do for your audience. A lot of people talk about clean eating, and I will admit that that's what I was doing a lot of, and I wasn't getting a lot of results from it. And the reason is because clean eating is just not my thing. If you guys follow me a lot on social media, I try to eat well for the most part, but I also don't feel bad when I have pizza and wine and things like that. So for me, I wasn't really passionate about running clean eating groups because it just didn't bring me a lot of joy. And I think that the people that I attract into the business are also not super into the clean eating thing and being super strict. So I would encourage you to really kick around some ideas, and it doesn't have to be the same thing that everybody else is doing. And I think I kept on falling back to the clean eating thing because that's what everybody else was doing. And people would say how they found, they would have a lot of success with finding people for their challenge groups and stuff by running clean eating groups. Well, that's great for people that are into clean eating, but you've got to find something that you're super passionate about, like something that you're passionate about helping people with and giving tips. Something that you don't mind going and spending hours going through Pinterest and finding new things and finding new ideas and, being on Amazon and finding books and stuff to read about different topics. And, I've been doing a lot of things with like a marriage challenge. And so I do spend a good amount of time educating myself about marriage stuff and different challenges I can do, different tips I can provide and things like that. So, think outside of the box. Think about things that you would be into regardless of if Beachbody existed. So I know a lot of people will do challenges for, like running, different kind of training groups for people that are into running, or I saw Cher do a group for the Champagne Diet, which is a book by Kara Allwill. And, that was a cool idea. There's been groups for like an ab challenge and different things that are fitness related, like abs or squats or planks and things like that. So, think about you and think about the things that you enjoy and what you would be doing regardless of Beachbody, and how you can help bring that to your audience in a way that's going to be providing value to them. So don't forget that we actually have a book that you guys can be using as a free giveaway, a free gift to people when they're signing up with you. This is these are just a screenshot from the actual book, but it's a little recipe ebook that we put together from recipes that were submitted from our Fit Family Network coaches. And this recipe ebook is in the files section of our team page. So don't forget that you have that as a resource to be using. So this is a great thing to post that, when people sign up for your challenge group, they get a free recipe ebook with, healthy recipes and that kind of thing. So that's available to you guys in the files of the team page. And I kind of forgot about it too. And Sarah Manaresi had said something about it the other day. And so I just remembered about it and thought I would remind you guys too. This is another little group that I had run before. I called it the Spice Up Your Life, Focus on You. And I gave just some free tips on makeup and skincare, hair care, fitness, family-friendly nutrition, and devotionals. So, just little things that I know my audience would like and appreciate. Okay, so when I said, so those are just some things that you can use to provide to the people that you're attracting. And then I said, what else can you provide? So I like to have a plan B for when I invite somebody to be a part of my challenge group. And, we're talking about their fitness goals. We're talking about how they want to lose this much weight and they want to be able to run a 5K and they want to do X, Y, and Z. And then sometimes you're going to get to the money part and they're going to say, I can't afford it right now. I just had to pay all these doctor's bills, or, you've heard a million. Some of them are legitimate reasons and some of them are excuses, but wherever they lie in that range, it's always kind of nice to have a plan B. You don't ever want to say like, oh, you can't afford it. Well, all right, I hope somebody else helps you. Like, it's still nice to be able to have a place to put people when they're not ready to fully commit to a challenge. So for me personally, I created my preseason boot camp, and this is something where I put my police wives that are not ready to fully commit to the Police Wives Academy, which is like, my full challenge group type thing. So I just put them in there and I just post little motivational tips, fitness stuff, and, I post workout selfies and just little things like that here and there. And that's just a place so that they're still getting attention from me. They're still getting stuff from me in their news feed. And so it's still in the back of their mind of, oh, I want to save up so I can do the challenge group with Jen. So it's just a great way to kind of keep people that you're finding, keep them in a place so they remember what you're doing, they know what you're about, and you're still kind of giving yourself an avenue to build trust with them and build a relationship with them and hopefully get them started in baby steps onto their fitness journey. Okay, so step 3, you're going to define your ultimate journey. So this is where you should, get your pen and paper out and actually kind of map out what you want your customer experience to look like. We started off this call by saying first you needed to define who your customer is. The second thing was where are you going to find them? And we have lots of different calls on that where you can, find people with Instagram or Facebook, having a like page, having a blog, going into Facebook groups. I really didn't want tonight's call to be about that, but, there's lots of training for those kinds of things. So first you need to know who, then you need to know where, and then the what is your free gift or your freemium. And then your next thing is defining what that ultimate journey is going to be. So like the way Shalene described it in her training was that like you've got your person, you've put them in your car, and like what stops are you going to make along the road, like on your road trip? And so, I know this looks wacky, but this was kind of like my little journey that I made. So I'm starting off here in the square box on the left. So hi, Jackie. That's, the name of my customer. I'm so glad to be connected through my Facebook like page. That's where I find and meet most of the people I'm signing up. So then the next thing they're going to do is probably join one of my free challenges. And that is where, for a long time, I was, like I said, I couldn't find the thing that was working for me because I was doing clean eating stuff. So I would spend some time here on this star on your free challenge and kind of figuring out what that's going to be for you. Because this is something that you're going to be running again and again and over, and it's going to be a constant system for you to bring people in, invite them to be in this free challenge with you, and to build that trust. The trust aspect in this part of the journey is the key, and it's the difference maker in everything going forward. Because if you can show them in this free challenge, if you can give them a great experience, let them know that you're going to be there for them, let them know that you're adding value, you're replying, you're responding to them, you're helping them, you're engaged in their journey, then they're going to want to do other stuff with you. It's kind of like, if you have a brand of let's say you like Clinique lipstick. Okay, so you have this lipstick, you really like it, you wear it all the time, you never have any issues with it, you go back for it, and then you find out that Clinique now has mascara. You're like, oh, well, I love their lipstick. They have mascara now? I didn't know that. I definitely want to try it. Because you already know you like their lipstick, you're more likely to try out the mascara because you've already built up that trust in that brand. So just really honing in on that free challenge. And I know for me, I kind of skipped over it a lot because I felt like I couldn't waste time figuring that out because I needed to get to the challenge group. I needed to get to, getting my Success Club points. So I kind of zoomed right over that aspect. But once I, slowed down and really took the time to get to know people better in that free challenge experience, people let their guard down a little bit more because they don't have their walls up yet about, oh, what is this going to cost? And she's trying to sell me something. And what does she want me to buy? So it's just a great opportunity for you to really work with people. So after that free challenge, hopefully we've built up a good enough relationship and they trust me. And then the two options after that is going to be the Police Wives Academy, which is, a paid challenge group, or the pre-season, which is like the support group. So then they do a challenge group, and hopefully they have great results. And then their next step, which I haven't totally created yet, is going to be the Police Wives Financial Fitness Academy. And that's going to be where basically just a coach basics, but it's going to be having them using their amazing results they got in the academy to start building a business, financial fitness, starting their own challenge groups, those kind of things. So that's kind of my little roadmap I made for Police Wives, which you guys know is my little niche market. So that's kind of what I've been doing and what's been working for me. Now here is your call to action, and this isn't not something that I expect to see you guys post tonight, but I do want to see you post something, but spend some time creating this and developing your ideas. So create your ideal customer. Even if you've already done this before, sometimes things can change. So like even today, as I read through who Jackie was, I can kind of see I need to update Jackie a little bit. I mean, I must have created her a couple years ago because now I'm 30, I think I'm 33 now. So, like someone in their late 20s or in their 20s is a little younger. I probably should change things up a little bit, but so creating your customer, and it does help to have a picture with it because every time that you're making a post on social media, you can picture Jackie. You can picture like, okay, I'm writing this post to Jackie. And it really helps your mindset when you're creating things and knowing who they're addressed to. So do that, create your freemium and use the tools we already have. So don't forget that we have that recipe ebook, and there's tons of stuff. I always suggest Pinterest. Like if you just have no clue what you're going to do for your free gift, just spend some time, put in the search box some of your own interests, and then you'll see different things come up, like photo challenges and just different things that you can try out. And you may do a group and it may flop and have like crickets, and you might have to do things a couple of times before you find your groove and figure out what people are liking and what people are engaging with and wanting to invite their friends to. What's your plan B? So I would definitely think of something that you can do for people that are not ready to commit to a full challenge group. So whether it's just, an ongoing support group that you're going to have, or, something else, I think that's a great thing to have as an alternative for people not ready. And then map out that customer journey. So, okay. All right. So does anyone have any questions or comments? Or does anyone already have their customer with a picture that they'd like to share? Has anyone gone through that exercise before?
I have, but I don't have a picture. And I probably need to rewrite her a little bit because it was at the beginning of my coaching. It's almost been a year, believe it or not. But yeah, her name is Chloe. And then somebody tore Chloe apart in a little exercise I was doing. And so,
Oh, so you did originally have a picture, but she got destroyed.
No, I didn't have a picture. I'm just saying the person of Chloe, I was taking a class on how to do something and they didn't like Chloe. Oh. And so the person who was trying to help me figure out something tore her to bits, and Chloe's been sleeping in a box. In a virtual box.
Really harsh.
Yeah, that's all right. I probably really need to redo her anyway, so learning experience.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I have some things in the comments. This is it. How long do you guys run free challenges for? So does anybody want to give some feedback on what free challenges that you've done that have worked well for you?
I haven't done very many free challenge groups, but the one that had the most involvement was the 12 Days of Fitness. And I think having it kind of short and for a specified amount of time really helps with involvement.
Yes, I agree. I really like the short-term ones. I've done 30-day ones, and those are even worse than crickets. Whatever is worse than crickets and more silent is what was day 21 through 30 probably. I've been doing 7 days for mine, and that's been really good, a good time frame, and most people can stick to something for a week. So
I did a group for December for the Team Cup. We did a hydration challenge, and it was 7 days, and we had great participation. That was probably the most of any of my challenge groups. I think 7 days, like you said, it's a good amount of time, and something like that. It's not like, oh, you're going to exercise every day. I mean, we encourage them, but everyone was drinking the water.
Okay, Nicole posted a message that said, how do you get back on track with trust if you've avoided messages for a week or so? What do you mean by that? You avoided messages from them, or they avoided messages from you?
I avoided messaging.
Oh.
Things got crazy with school. That's just an excuse, but
yeah.
Yeah.
I think for things like that, the best way to build the trust back up again is just to be real about it and just be guys, I totally sucked on this challenge, and I hope that you do another challenge with me, but XYZ happened, and I know life gets in the way. I'm sure it's happened to you. So forgive me and do this next challenge with me. And actually, I'm about to make one of those posts myself because me and Cher were running a diamond, like a diamond push group type thing. And then between me being on the cruise and her being sick, like we both kind of fell off. And so I was on the phone with her today and we were like, we need to tell our people that we're doing a relaunch. So I think the best thing is just to be like authentic, and people always appreciate knowing that you're just as human as they are. Oh yeah, Sarah said the same thing. Okay. Let's see. I did it last time. Oh, Sue Erickson did this. Yeah, Sue Erickson was in my social media 101 group that I did on Google+. Okay. So does anyone else have any other ideas for free challenge groups?
Hey, Jen.
Yes.
So I've ran challenge groups before, but I don't get any participation really. Is there something that you can do or say or get people to participate?
Well, two things. One is you have to ask them to participate. And I know sometimes like we just assume like, well, you joined the challenge, so obviously you want to participate, right? But if you're not specifically saying like post below XYZ or share a picture of your healthy meal, then people aren't going to do it, and they'll probably just go through and click like, and that'll be the end of it. So like really spelling out exactly what you want them to do. And the second thing is sometimes it just may not be the right people. Like if you're just kind of going through the same deck of cards over and over again, it's still only the same 4 aces in that deck. So sometimes you just need to get a new box of cards and start over. That's why we're always adding new friends and adding to our network. Tanya just commented in the chat box and said to try doing a giveaway. So I've seen those work really well too, where you have like a point system. And I know Nicole Murray is doing a challenge right now where she posts little things every day. And if you post a picture, you get like 2 points. And then whoever has the most points wins something at the end, I think. So those are a good way too.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. So I don't know if, yeah.
One thing that y'all should start considering, and Cassandra Preschel actually brought it to my attention, is start thinking about looking for things with like a 10,000 step challenge, because I think that's going to be the next big thing, just due to everybody now has a Fitbit. So it's a piece of equipment that most people have, and it's something that even a mom with a newborn who has 0 time for herself can do because she's constantly moving. So something like that often can get that, and water challenges are great too, because all it requires is a cup and some water. It's, it's not, you don't have to have any equipment for it. You don't have to be any kind of shape to, like some people get intimidated by an ab challenge, or they get intimidated by a clean eating challenge, or a squat challenges for me failed miserably. But water, everyone can do water, and you can make it fun and silly and stupid, and everyone have a really good time. So, that kind of thing. And definitely I found that since I've been incorporating a little prize at the end, really, hey, all you have to do today, even if you just click a like or post if you've done the exercise, or, like drink your water today or failed at it, then you get entered in for that day kind of thing. Because then people are like, well, if I get something free out of it, I tried my first invite on my like page and boosted it, and I have 11 complete total strangers join this thing, and about half of them are very talkative, and I was completely shocked. And I think it has to do a lot with the freebie that I'm offering at the end. So you never know. It's all about experimenting.
Yes, for sure. Chris also had some good feedback. He said he messages them and asks how they're doing or sending a text. So I think text is a great option because sometimes, I know for me specifically, I forget that not everyone is on Facebook as much as I am. So, if you're personal with them and you have a text, that'll be great. Also, the Beachbody Challenge app, that's going to be a great way to also stay connected with people if they're not, being as responsive on Facebook. So that'll be something great to implement into challenges as well. And then let's see, Alan Christina said, advertise your Facebook group through Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. Snapchat is fun. I'm getting into it. I haven't figured out exactly what I'm doing other than just being weird so far, but that would be great to learn some more on that. So maybe Christina, you can post in the group like how you're doing that and how you're using it in your business. So, all right, guys, does anyone else have anything? Since healthy living starts with a mindset, perhaps a 7-day journaling group to encourage everyone to identify their why and live a healthy living goal. I like that. That's awesome. I think that's a great idea. I really like the personal development type challenges, and I think I've seen some people do like a miracle morning challenge or like meditation challenges. So anything like that, just to kind of get people to get on a journey with you. That's like, when I was talking about an avenue for them to build trust with you, anything like that is going to be just a great way for them to start building that relationship and, keep them in the car with you in that journey. So, all right, guys. Well, I hope you have a great night, and I'm going to, that was me. I'll explain it in the page. Okay, cool. So I will get this uploaded to YouTube so we can share it, and I definitely want you to spend some time on those assignments I gave you as far as creating your ideal person and creating that roadmap, and then share it in the group when you are ready to. And I think that we can all get some great ideas from each other for the free gift and the freemiums and stuff. And then now that I'm looking at the recipe ebook, maybe we can make like a summer edition too that has a little more lighter stuff, because I think this one we did in the winter. So, all right, guys, thanks for being on. I appreciate seeing everyone's smiling face, and let's finish out this month strong. I know on the last Success Club update I made, I think we had like 250 lives changed, and our goal is 400. So I haven't updated that yet to see where we're at, but I know we're getting close. So let's keep pushing for that, and I'll see you guys later. Have a good night.